Whew. Alright. Here we go, folks. It's the beginning of the day 700 question and answer with Andy Wong. Andrew's Quest. Here we go. Wait a second, actually. Whew. Alright, this time for real. Let's go in and check those questions submitted by you, the viewers of Andrew's Quest. I checked earlier, we were at like 93, and I haven't looked since because that's kind of a lot. Alright, Windows is doing weird shit. Let's Andrew's questions. Responses 115. Alright, that's a lot of questions. And I don't think we're gonna get to all of them. But here we go. What are upcoming video games you are most looking forward to? Off the top of my head, I don't know. I think like most of the things that I was looking forward to have already come out. What's your favorite type of dog? I feel like we already did that on the last one, so go rewatch that last one. What's your favorite episode of the quest? Day 503. What's your favorite meal? Tuna casserole. When are you gonna get a dog? I don't know, I was thinking about getting a dog, but it seems like a lot of work. Maybe one day, though. What kind of dog? It'd be like a small, medium dog. I don't know. Maybe like a mini Shiba would be cool, but like kind of whatever. You know, all dogs are pretty good. What's the best place you've been to in the world? I don't know. Most places are alright. When did you realize you were the voice of a generation? I don't think I'm the voice of a generation. Although, maybe right now is when I'm realizing it. Which episode of the quest is your favorite? Well, again, day 503. My favorite day is 100 with the Neon Genesis Evangelion opening, the bacon drama, and when I weaved through the traffic, like I was in the Matrix. And the TTC episode was also a low-key classic. I have a feeling you're referencing day 503 with the TTC episode. Joe has enough shoes already. Yeah, that's true. Joe does have a lot of shoes. But, I don't know, he doesn't have like a lot of shoes. He just has a lot for the average person. What do you feel were some of the highlights of 2018? 2018 highlights. I mean, like going to Maryland and hanging out with some of my Xbox/high school friends. That was cool. And I don't know, I'm kind of fuzzy on when our last like road trip was. I think that was in 2018, right? You know, those are always highlights. Now that cannabis is legal, let's get high. No. This is great, but what are you going to do for day 800? Maybe I'll actually do something. Like, the Q&As are kind of because I feel lazy about it. When are you going to announce AndrewCon? I feel like AndrewCon just happens by accident. Whenever there's like a lot of people who watch the quest are in one room, that's like a mini AndrewCon. Who do you like to hear as a guest on Andrew's Cast? We gotta get Artur. We gotta get Dandy. We gotta get maybe Danielle. Tyler? That'd be cool. Megan? That'd be neat. Why not Lou? She's a part of the book club. She's around. I don't know. Or Mike Bain. Let's see who Mike Bain really is. Is Mutant Year Zero a prequel to Fantastic Mr. Fox? Probably not. It said after that, so no. What does your YouTube recommendations page look like? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to edit in a picture. How are your shrimp doing? Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to cut to that as well, but I think they're dead. It was like three. I actually bought them around Christmas, so it would have been at this point. Actually, it might have been 4 years. And when I looked up online, minnow shrimp are supposed to live in captivity for about 2 years. However, they lived in the jar for like 3 years. So I feel like I did a good enough job that they died, and then that was it. At least I think they're dead. I was looking at the jar a while ago. And when I bought them, I didn't know that those shrimp only reproduce in salt water. And then it's very hard to have those shrimp reproduce in a tank because you need to slowly introduce them into a saltwater environment. And then they'll reproduce, and then you need to have the actual eggs be in salt water, and then as they grow up you slowly reintroduce them into fresh water, which some people they're like they do it and it's really hard, but I'm not going to ever do that. So it kind of sucks that species of shrimp will just eventually die in an average tank. Whereas if you were to get like a red crystal shrimp, they can reproduce in fresh water, and then those tanks will just go forever, basically, with shrimp. So maybe one day I'll try again, but I definitely don't want to do it in the jar because there's almost no way to clean it, and if things go wrong, you can't put your hand in. I had like a stick that would like mess around with stuff, and it's just not good. Holy shit. It turns out one of them's still fucking alive. Right, you see that? He's still in there. Oh, I guess it's a good thing I didn't do anything with this. I was just like, oh, just leave it for a while. Jesus Christ. Alright. What is your favorite virtue? I don't know. What is your favorite qualities in a man? And then what's your favorite qualities in a woman? I don't know. I guess I just like it when people are kind. That's nice. What's your favorite, or what's your chief characteristic? I don't know what you're asking there. What are you appreciative the most in your friends? I guess I like that we hang out, you know? It's nice to hang out. What's your main fault? I guess I procrastinate a lot, like... what else do I do? I don't know, I'm a sneaky guy. Like, I like to do sneaky things. What's your favorite occupation? That's a weird... Honestly, guys, I don't like questions that are like, what's your favorite thing? Because it's like, I don't know. I don't think about that. What's your idea of happiness? I feel like I'm living the life of happiness right now, where I just do kind of whatever I feel like every day. I like, if I was retired, this is what I feel like. So I guess I kind of like, yeah. What's your idea of misery? Oh man. There's definitely times when I was at Legend where I felt miserable. Like, there's times when I think that I could use more structure and just like, yeah, you know, I always have that constant, repeatedly do this thing. But I kind of don't like having that over a long period of time. Like, little bursts of it feels nice, but just repeatedly go do the same thing eat the same things. Everything's the same. Just, there's that gif of Squidward where it's a SpongeBob clip, and it's Squidward. He drives to work, or he just does the same thing every day, and it just gets miserable. And yeah, that's no one wants to just have things be the same forever. If not yourself, who would you be? Like, completely just trade places with somebody? I don't know. I feel like I got it pretty good. Where would you like to live? I don't know. I guess I talk about it sometimes, but I'm like, I want to make the compound a reality. And I don't know if everybody who's watching this video has heard about the compound. But basically, sometimes I think about like getting into construction and being a construction guy. Sorry for all the noise. I'm looking for a specific picture. Yeah, I actually use this desk for drawing and doodling stuff. Alright. I don't know if this really makes much sense to you guys, but here's like a quick doodle of like one day I was like, I'm just gonna draw what the compound might be like. And I call it the compound just because I think it sounds cool, but basically it's just like a bunch of tiny houses close together, and that myself and like people would live in instead of living in a city. We would just make our own little city, and there'd be no assholes. And also there'd be no cars, except for at the parking lot where it connects to the rest of the world. And hopefully it'd be kind of big. Like, it'd be neat to have like a little town. So I want to live somewhere that doesn't exist yet. What's your favorite color and flower? Favorite color, orange. Favorite flower, what's that orange flower called? I don't know. Your favorite heroes in fiction? I don't know. Spider-Man's cool. The Avatar, Avatar, the Last Airbender guy, that guy's cool. I don't know, there's a bunch. What's game of the year? Damn, son. For me, I don't know. It's hard because I'd have to really look back throughout the year. Like, I'm really enjoying Mutant Year Zero. I actually started a second playthrough on the hardcore difficulty. And, I've been playing below and, like, making my own, like, maps and stuff. Kind of, like, write my own journal of the game. That's cool. But, what else even came out this year that I was like, damn, this is good? Like, Smash is good, but, like, kind of the same game. Yeah. I don't know. What's been your fave episode to film? I always like filming with Artur, because sometimes he gets embarrassed when I'm, like, filming and stuff. Fave episode to re-watch? Like, I guess day 100, I'll just watch that opening sometimes and be like, yeah, that was good. Can you do a let's play of something? Probably a slower game. Not like Destiny or PUBG or something. Yeah, maybe I'll do a let's play of Mutant Year Zero. I mean, like, I don't know, would people want to watch that? Like, I don't think I'm gonna be good at doing commentaries. What does your moss taste like? Normally I would humor you and taste that moss. However, last time I opened that jar, it smelled awful, so I'm not going to put that in my mouth. When are you planning on returning to the workforce? Alright, Dad. Jeez. I'll return when there's, like, a good opportunity. When are you going to live the van life? If I had a van, I would do it, I guess. Or like one time Tyler was like, "Yo, let's do um let's go across Canada and we'll film it." And I was like, "Man, that would be a great idea. Live the van life and like just film everywhere in Canada, like that'd be neat." Next job ideas. Wow. Thanks a lot, Dad. Just you really want to know about this, huh? I don't know. Probably some VFX thing again, video compositing stuff. I don't know. What does this title mean? We need to ask you 700 questions. Is it, who's? Do you not understand how I title the episodes? You know, every day is an episode. Thus, this is the day 700 questions. And it doesn't mean that there has to be 700. When are you getting that G2? Don't really have a plan for that. Maybe I'll do it in the summer. I don't know. What's your fave color? Orange again. Can you bike across Canada this summer? Honestly, I want to bike across Canada. That would be so cool. And they have the, what's it called? Trans-Canada Trail, the bike path that's supposed to go across Canada. However, it's not complete, and there are stretches of the bike path that are just on a highway, and they're not really separated at all. And there's been people who have died on those stretches of highway because there's some fucking idiot driver runs into them. And it sucks. Like, this bike trail, honestly, that would be so cool if it was just a mostly separated bike trail that, like, you know, obviously you're gonna have to cross the road sometime, but if that was like a real bike trail, that'd be dope. I would totally do that. Have you thought about starting a company with Tyler called the Wong Buds? Honestly, Tyler and I, we've joked about that too, where we're like, yo, let's start a contracting company where we just like renovate houses kind of okayly. You know, we don't have to be great at it. Any plans for the 2-year special? I might actually go back to that park that the first shot of Andrew's Quest was in, because it's opened up again. Other than that, no. Can you start a podcast where you talk about something esoteric? Moss talk. Actually, I don't know that much about Moss, so I don't know. I feel like I'm already behind in uploading the book club podcasts. I don't know. Like hopefully the end of the Lord of the Rings ones will go up soon. I just gotta edit one more. I figured at this point I might as well upload the last 3 all together. Can you find all the mold in your apartment before it kills you? No. Ever thought about doing an episode where you go fishing? I don't know. I might go fishing again. I haven't done that in a long time. It feels bad to fish. Like last time I remember going fishing, the hook went into the fish's mouth and then came out of its eyeball, and I was like, we didn't need this. Fish? Sorry about that, dude. How about a 24-hour time-lapse episode? Where I guess maybe I'd just have a helmet cam and then time-lapse the whole day. That'd be a little bit weird, but I guess maybe one day. Ever thought about creating a post-apocalyptic bike with spikes and armor and massive storage space? I think the closest I've come to is like, well, I've seen videos where it's like these people they build a little frame out of wood, and then they take election signs that are like this weird flexible plastic that people throw away after every election, right? They take those and they cut them up and they make them into like a dome sheltery thing, and then maybe they coat that again or something. And they're like, yeah, this is gonna be my bike trailer camper. So if I was gonna bike across Canada, I think I would want to build one of those so I could sleep in it on the way. Because I don't know, that looks cool. But also, like, who knows? Maybe one day I'll just become a hermit that lives in the woods. Although that's probably not gonna happen. Looks kind of shitty. Is season 3 of Andrew's Quest gonna be the best season yet? Honestly, I don't know what season we're on. I kind of stopped thinking about it in terms of seasons. Like, yeah. When are you gonna grow a beard? I'm probably never gonna grow a beard. I feel like it takes too long to grow in. Like, I think I left it for like 2 weeks once, and it just looked bad. And I was like, it just looks so gross. Fave Star Trek episode. I don't know that I can really think of a favorite one off the top of my head. Whenever I think about Star Trek episodes, the first ones that come to mind is how often they do a holodeck episode, and how I don't like the holodeck episodes where they're like, now we're in a western, now Data's Sherlock Holmes. I'm like, can we do Star Trek shit? Like, and just in general, the show's pretty good. Favorite Bob's Burgers episode? Any episode with regular size Rudy in it is always great. Tyler X Andrew Indie House? Yeah, maybe one day. Although it is kind of nice to just live alone. Like, that's what, like, the compound dream is that everybody lives alone, but we all live together at the same time. Mars Food versus France. Honestly, maybe Mars Food. I feel like Mars Food is cheaper. Is it possible to beat New Super Mario Bros. U without touching a single coin? I feel like that is a question you could look up on YouTube, because I've seen that recommended video. Where would you travel to if you could go anywhere for free? I don't know. First thing that pops into mind is Japan, just because that'd be neat. Although, it's kind of nice to have it just be that, like, mysterious place that exists, but maybe one day I'll go to it. Top 3 favorite foods. Alright, we got fried chicken. We got tuna casserole. This feels dumb, but then we got potato chips. What's the best neighborhood in Toronto? Well, I guess I've only really lived in 2. Like, I used to live in the Junction, and now I guess I live in Little Italy. Little Italy. Best neighborhood? I don't know. Anything on the West End is usually pretty good. If your bike was not at risk of theft, would you change anything about it? Would you deck it out? Yeah, well, I think the next bike that I'm gonna get, I'd like it to be rated to carry more weight. Like, I think most adult bikes are good for about 300 pounds. So, unless 2 people are pretty light, you can't really safely ride one bike with 2 people on it. It'd be cool to have, instead of, in addition to the basket, to have like a second seat where I could just like carry people around. Because there's been times when it's like, yo, let's just bike over there, guys. And then they're like, I don't know. Biking's hard. Has your 3D printing hype died? A little bit. Last time I wanted to 3D print something, I found a 3D file that was the same as this quad lock, and I was going to put this on my other phone. And I started the print, and it immediately failed. I needed to re-level it again, even though I had re-leveled it like a month before. And I just didn't feel like re-leveling it. And I still haven't done that, because it's like, fuck, I gotta re-level this every time. So, if I didn't have to re-level it, I would still be printing stuff on the reg, but right now, just don't feel like it. What's your favorite YouTube channels? I've been watching the Corridor Digital guys. They make a lot of cool, like, VFX related videos where like neat stuff happens. And their vlog channel, the Corridor Crew. That's what else? I used to be really into Monkey Jones, but his channel got terminated by YouTube. Game of the Year, I already did that. Who's your favorite sibling? Matt. Maybe Amanda. Sorry, Chris, but you moved away, and now I don't see you. And I mean, like, Matt, it's that Patreon support, yo. That's what's putting you over the edge. Would you ever go vegetarian? Maybe. I feel like going vegetarian wouldn't be so hard. Like, the thought of going vegan, it's like, nah, because I like cheese, and I like eggs, and so many good foods. You need cheese, eggs, or milk to be mixed in. But I feel like I could give up meat. Like, it wouldn't be that bad. Or like pescatarian, that'd be even easier because salmon's delicious and I love tuna. Are you going Boxing Day shopping? Wasn't planning on it. I'm tired. How tired are you? Right now I'm pretty good. I just wake up whenever now. Do you love me? Do. No. Who's your favorite viewer? Still me, right? Yo, favorite viewers out there, you know who you are. What do you think of Dirk Johnson? Dirk Johnson. Ugh. Dirk Johnson. That red-headed tennis-playing motherfucker. You guys, most of the people aren't going to get that because I haven't uploaded that episode of the Book Club podcast. But Dirk Johnson is the fictional character Nancy Drew's boyfriend. And I was just like, why is this even in the book? He's got to be the villain, but he just never comes up again. I guess that was just world building. What do you think of Johnson & Johnson? I don't know what that's a reference to. In a world that is the film Waterworld, who are you and why? Well, in most apocalyptic setting movies, I think most of us would be the dead bodies at the bottom of the ocean. Like, I don't know. The Duffer Mall is the best mall. That's kind of true. But, yeah, it's kind of true. Will we ever get the Andrew's Quest King Fu movie? Maybe. That'd be kind of neat to do. How is the toilet leak? The toilet does not leak anymore at all. I've removed the pot underneath that line just in case it did start leaking. It's good. What's the meaning of life? Well, there's that. Ooh. I don't know. Should I just give up? Man, that's a heavy question. Maybe. There's always different things to do. If you were Cameron Diaz in the 2009 film The Box, would you press the button? I don't know what this movie is, but I do like to press buttons. Can you do an episode where you make the compound in The Sims? See, this person knows about the compound. Yeah, maybe. I feel like in The Sims, you have to do like mods and stuff and actually buy The Sims to have more than like 8 people in a family, I think. I think you can have 8 people? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. That actually sounds kind of fun. What flavor is best? I like vanilla. Or the favor of all dressed. Or like when you bite into a piece of meat and it's got like just the right coating of fat on it. You know, nobody likes a mouthful of fat, but like that fat flavor. How have you changed since you did your last Q&A on November 17th, 2007? I feel like the changes have been slow. I haven't changed my new... I need new glasses. These are the same, right? I'm using a microphone. Maybe that's good. This is a new shirt. I don't think this is an old sweater. We got moss growing in the background. There's tons of new stuff. I don't know. Dear Andrew, I need your advice. I've got a crush on somebody, but I'm too shy to ask them. What should I do? Oh man, you have come to the wrong place. I don't know, just ask them to hang out though, you know, you don't have to be a weirdo about it. Just be like, hey, you wanna hang out? Dear Andrew, I can't get my teenage daughter to come home in time for a curfew. How can I make her understand how important this is? Who wrote these questions? Just hire someone to like kidnap them in the middle of the night, and then you go rescue them and be like, and that's why you have a curfew. Dear Andrew, my son leaves his clothes all over the floor and refuses to put them in the hamper. Tried grounding him. I've taken away play privileges, but it keeps happening. What can I do to change his habit? Oh, man, I leave my clothes all over the place. What could be done about that? I feel like people just need to make decisions on their own. And if that's how they're gonna do it, that's how it's gonna be. Like, would that really negatively impact you as long as it wasn't like in a living room, if it was in their own room? Like, I feel like my mom wasn't that strict about how clean my room was, as long as it was like contained. What's smelly but good? Apparently smelly tofu, but I didn't try it. It just smelled like shit. What's your favorite book in book club? Well, we've only read 4 books, and I feel like I had more fun with Nancy Drew than I did with Lord of the Rings, although Lord of the Rings was pretty fun. What questions do you have for your commenters? I don't know. I feel like most people... I don't know. I'll just ask it when they come up. What are your goals for 2019? Don't really have any goals, you know. Still looking for work on the cash, on the low. You know, something decent comes up maybe. How's that Unity dev going? I haven't done anything since for a while. I still think about it though. Kind of thinking about like, oh, maybe I should make something neat. Like I look at below and I'm like, I feel like I could have made that. Like obviously it would take a long time and I'd have to learn a lot of shit, but yeah. At least the parts that I like about it. What game would you want to make if you had enough time/money? Oh man. I don't know. Like right now, like I just said, I was just playing below. I was like, maybe I could make that. But better. How do you sustain yourself money-wise as an indie game dev? You know, you just you gotta save up those dollars from your previous career and then just live off that. What is your sis feeding the kid? He's huge. That kid, he is huge. And I feel weird about talking about what she's feeding him. Although it's all natural. See, that just sounds wrong. What's been your favorite game to come out in 2018? It's hard to say exactly because I'd have to think about it, but Honestly, Mutant Year Zero, just like, man, what a great game. Although when it finished, I was like, really wish that the story didn't just end there. Kinda could have kept going. Now there is a thing here that says other 13, and I'm like, why doesn't it just show me that? Do I have to make another spreadsheet? Like, what's going on here? Oh, okay. Where did your bro get that sick ass Windsor Salt shirt? I don't know. You'd have to ask him. You could. There's a question for my viewers right there, or Matt specifically. Can you link that shirt online? Would you ever consider a Quest collab? Yeah, I'd do a Quest collab. I mean, like, technically it's already happened. I feel like the other people who do vlogs in the group, well, they're mostly done doing the vlogs, but also they're just in in Andrew's Quest all the time. Have you ever played Canasta? I don't know what that is. What's your favorite type of dog? I don't know what this... What hasn't been asked? I don't know. When is Andrew getting back to dating? Oh, whoa, so saucy. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I tried the online dating. Not much really turns up from that. And then, I don't know, I look around outside and it's like, I don't want to talk to these people. Do you prefer Tyler with or without a beard? I like Tyler with a little bit of a beard. Not a big beard. I'm not a big beard guy. I don't say either way. If you were to take up an... I hope Tyler asked that. Like, wouldn't that be weird? Like, somebody out there is just like, oh, Andrew, I need to like Tyler's beards. If you were taking up another sport other than cycling, what would it be? Baseball. Or tennis. Or volleyball. That'd be fun. You should watch all of Cosmos. What's your favorite movie of all time? Megamind by DreamWorks. It's just a great movie. Who's the coolest Teletubby? I think I can only think of the purple one. If you could live forever, would you? I think I would. I think that'd be neat. Do you ever cry? When's the last time you cried? Last time I cried, I was watching a video of a guy who was hatching chicken eggs. And he's like, oh, you know, I was watching all my chicks hatch. And this one, like, we pecked the eggshell a little bit. And then all the other ones are, like, got out of their eggshells. And this one, it couldn't get out. And... it's like it didn't have enough strength to do it. And it was still alive in that shell, and it just couldn't get out of the shell. And the video, and the guy's like, you know, when you're hatching your chicks, you're not supposed to help them. You know, this is their first barrier to life, is getting out that eggshell. And I'm just like, oh my god, but it's alive, it's in there. And then he's like, and then I broke the rule, and I helped him get out. And then the chick grew to be a healthy chick. And I was like, yes. And I was just happy that the chick didn't die. I'll link that, because it was a great video. Very emotional. Alright, so that is the last question that we've gotten. I think I skipped over a couple that were the same, or submitted twice. Or we're just like, I don't even know what this means. Oh, it's answers day 700 questions, but they wrote it backwards. So that's a little bit of a weird Easter egg for you to put in there, folks. Alright, well, that's enough of this video. Bye.